Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6, commencing 5 down engines on. 3, 2, check ignition, and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping.
David Jones, aka David Bowie, was born in Brixton, London. At 15 years old, his friend punched him in his left eye during a fight over a girl, leaving his left eye constantly dilated. During his early years, he changed his stage name from Davy Jones to David Bowie, after confusion with Davy Jones from the Monkees.
You want to follow that one up. Before then, I had one week where I was Tom Jones.
Bowie was influenced by famous American rock artist Little Richard, whom he referred to as his idol. After a rocky start, Bowie released Man of Words, Man of Music, a trippy singer-songwriter album featuring Space Oddity. The song was released as a single and became a major hit in the UK. In 1969 and 1970, Space Oddity became immortalized when it was used by the BBC during both its Apollo 11 and Apollo 13 moon coverage.
Took his out-of-this-world alien persona to the big screen in the film The Man Who Fell to Earth.
The Man Who Fell to Earth is a science fiction film directed by Nicholas Roeg, who at the peak of his career, and that was his second film with a major rock star, the first being Performance with Mick Jagger. And but it's a much more successful film, I think, because it's sort of this great myth that seems to be based on Howard Hughes, of this genius inventor who maybe is from somewhere else. In the film, he is actually an alien who comes to Earth looking for water, and it was a perfect role for Bowie because he was sort of positioning himself as this otherworldly creature. I think his acting in it is really, really good. It's kind of surprising that he hasn't done more film, because I think he is a real natural actor.
The role was a perfect fit for Bowie, and it let audiences connect to him on the silver screen.
Bowie started changing his image in late 1971. He told Melody Maker he was gay in January 1972. This marked the beginning of his androgynous persona. His concept album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, is obviously influenced by the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The Ziggy Stardust character became the basis for his first big tour, where he sported his famous flaming red mullet and wild, outrageous outfits.
You told Melody Maker, I am gay, and I have always been gay.
That's right.
Because you said that was the most provocative thing to say at that time.
Well, it was. And, of course, it was true at the time. I mean, I was really pushing myself into every situation that I could, and bisexuality was definitely one of the greatest taboos at the time, so therefore it was something that I really wanted to know more about.
The early 70s would prove to be Bowie's most prolific and innovative period. Between 1970 and 1973, he would release 5 groundbreaking albums, with 1972 marking the debut of his influential Ziggy Stardust character. Ziggy was an image that would become an androgynous sex symbol.
It's a god-awful small affair
girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools.
What did David Bowie think about David Bowie?
Well, all right. I find that I'm a person who can take on the guises of different people that I meet. I can switch accents in seconds of meeting somebody, and I can adopt their accent. I've always found that I collect. I'm a collector. And I've always just seemed to collect personalities, ideas. I have a hodgepodge philosophy, which really is very minimal. Very
Do you
little
believe
of
in
it
God,
is
for instance? What? Do you believe in God?
Take a look at the long man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know.
Flat out, Ziggy scared parents. Society had never seen anything quite like it, so of course he had tons and tons of negative feedback. For example, the original UK cover of his third album showed Bowie in a dress. Yet, in the US, the album was originally released in a cartoonish cover that didn't feature Bowie at all.
Quite easily by just walking down the street, no more than that, just because I had long hair.
You saw that for the first time. It was so different to anything else. And he wasn't scared to just try to do something really outrageously different and be himself, but at the same time they were fantastic songs.
The thing that got me about Bowie, I was 12 when I heard Starman, it was the fact that he frightened parents, but he wasn't frightening. It wasn't like Alice Cooper, who really did put the shits on people. You know, Bowie was just this like, my God, he's wearing makeup. And I found it fascinating that he was such a threat to people over 35.
I'm an alligator.
So how did David Bowie influence music? That's not even a question. Each one of his phases in the 70s sparked a number of subgenres, including punk, new wave, goth rock, the new romantics, and electronica. Few rockers ever had such lasting impact. He's a musician, actor, record producer, and arranger. Rolling Stones magazine ranked him 39 on their list of the 100 greatest rock artists of all time, and the 23rd best singer of all time.